to the season finale, ladies and gentlemen, of the Series 8 Tech Podcast. We are having a funeral for Series 8. Randy brought his candle. Me and Mike
You didn't tell me
forgot.
this was going to be the finale.
Oh, I could have swore I did. But
No.
Mike, I hate to break it to you, but today you're fired.
That was 20 seconds into this podcast.
I am not even mad that Randy's doing the impression. I'm mad at the commenters for encouraging this behavior.
The
Or
whole
enabling
episode, everybody lives for Randy doing Trump. I said, wow, look at these comments. So many comments about my Trump. We live for the people, Drew, and we're doing a season finale. It was, wow, what a season, I said. Look at this season. And now we have to do all the Trump because it's going to go many months. Next time you see me, I'm going to be in the White House. So quite frankly, we have to do it all out today. Okay, bye. Now we have just Trump Randy and Mr. Y Mike. I said, wow, look at this Y Mike. He's well, welcome back to the Talos of Trump podcast season finale. And we're greeted by Tim Cook, Tim Apple, I said. And sorry about that. My diaper filled up. I apologize.
There we go. All right.
We have the best commenters, by the way. No. We have the best commenters, by the way, Drew. Excuse me, Drew. We have the best commenters. They all said they love me. I said, wow, these comments are stolen either, right? This is a fair and diplomatic comment section. I said, this is the best comment section.
Are you out? Is it done? We're all good?
I'll let you know later. Go ahead, Drew. You go ahead. You take the thing.
I blame
about
China.
Or Chiquito. Yeah, you. I blame you.
Don't forget about Dan 9700. That's a lot of Dans. I said that's a lot of Dans right there.
9,700 is definitely not the right number, but okay.
What number is it? I'm pretty sure it's that.
I'm just taking the L on this one.
Why do you have a mug with an L on it?
I'm taking the L. I've lost. This is not how I wanted
out of
the
the
show
L right now. I'm noticing, Drew, that you've got not AirPods in your ears today. Did you finally found a solution?
Okay. Do you want
English?
Do you want the fake answer or the real answer?
I would like both. Can you do both at the same time?
No. The real answer is I have no idea where my AirPods are because I took them with me on my trip, my anniversary trip to San Diego that was filled with work. And
oh, God, sorry.
Vacation would be dishonest, so I won't call it vacation.
You sound like me. I haven't taken a vacation in years.
Oh, the work follows you. That's the downside of the MacBook Pro, and it's the reason I should probably switch to a Mac Mini so that I could actually go on vacation. But no, the truth is I threw my AirPods somewhere in the car, and I thought we cleared out the car of all our luggage. And
his white AirPods, ladies and gentlemen, went inside the white car. And now he's like, where's Waddle up in here?
Everything's white, so I don't know where they are.
Are you sure you didn't forget them at my house? Just like you forgot your adapter at Randy's.
That's a very low blow, Mike. Very low, but also accurate.
That's actually possible. Those could be my AirPods. I don't
Ping
know.
Them.
I forgot. If only there was some app that would help me find my AirPods.
That doesn't exist.
Oh, I haven't opened this in ages. That is not where I live. Where
does it say it's all the way in San Diego? Because you might have lost them there.
Oh, what is it? What the heck?
Does it say they're on I-5?
Oh my God. This
is actually a funeral for his AirPods.
It says they're in San Jose. The Glen Plaza Shopping Center?
Is that where you were at?
Did you forget I'm in the robo-taxi?
Why? Why? I never used them with the robo-taxi. Why would they be there?
Wow.
Okay,
dude.
I'm gonna play the sound. Volume warning. Hopefully no one stole them and is using them right now.
You didn't hit do it. Feel like you need to censor some of that information there, but yeah.
I checked. I'm pretty sure that's not where I live.
Well, mine's not making noise, and I don't hear it in my house. It's probably in Randy's.
That's
What a great start to this podcast. So you forgot your AirPods somewhere, so now you're using the headphones that you brought out, I think 2 podcasts ago, that were just hidden in a drawer.
These are terrible, cheap over-ears that barely have a logo because they're so embarrassed by their
Is
existence.
it embarrassed or is it minimalist?
Embarrassed. I would say that
Are
sounds
you the one
accurate.
that doesn't like logos all over the place? Like you were raving about how the Cybertruck doesn't have any Tesla logos anywhere.
That is cool, but the product itself is its own logo. These are not their own logo. This is just like the most generic, brandless pair of headphones you could finally get. Turns out we have a freaking super nice headphone jack cable in storage that I had no idea existed. It's like gold plated. It's got all this like super well insulated. Like, look at the metal on the ends. It's from Anchor. Anchor. I don't know where we got it, but
That's weird.
Not a sponsor because I don't do those.
Oh, since Anchor's not a sponsor, I don't like their plug that I keep on trying to use, and it doesn't work with our house. They just don't
subtle
work.
Plug. Oh, now you're just in my left headphone.
You have to twist it specifically.
They just shut off.
Can you not hear us? Why'd you play with this, Drew? Why'd you do this? This is like Randy playing with his computer settings, and then suddenly we just can't record a podcast that day.
First of all, that was not me.
Oh, you're back. Okay, I can hear you.
It's the power of Trump, baby. He's back. I told you it was going to
At the
work.
wrong time.
Oh,
You came at the wrong time, he said. I said, I'm going to come. Do not come.
Okay, so you're without AirPods for the final episode for this year. That's
I
a bummer.
honestly wanted to match you guys. Both of you are using the wired over.
And that's the fake answer.
I felt left out, and I wanted to be part of you.
Dude, I've been trying to make my AirPods pair to Sequoia since I've updated, and I like, dang it! I was about to do an Ed Sweeney and throw them.
I have not gotten continuity camera to work this month.
So what this? Okay, so what's wrong with Sequoia? We get cool updates with Final Cut, but none of our iPhone or accessories work. Great.
That's a bummer for you guys.
Screw you, Mike.
I'm still not in Sequoia, and I'm loving it. Though I did have a little bit of difficulty connecting it today to StreamYard. But
damn, that must really suck, Mike. Sucks to be you.
Yeah, but then it worked, unlike yours.
I'm here.
You are here. Not on continuity camera.
We're having a flex off on how crappy our tech is.
Yes,
dude. We got M chip. We got Apple Silicon Max up in this BZ. They ain't nothing. We're all flexing and winning. Look at us.
I am very happy with my ecosystem, which has recently been reduced to just the iPhone and the Mac. And I've narrowed down that my AirPods are somewhere in California.
Well, you haven't left the state, so that's good news.
Yeah, I've been about to each corner of it, but I haven't left it. So,
I forgot what I was going to say. I
was going to say, have you guys looked at any of the Mac Mini comparison videos to any other Mac? Since the Mac Mini is now purchasable and available to be picked up immediately or slightly immediately, or later.
Go to the Apple Store. Boy.
First of all, should be noted, if anyone wants to try them out, the holiday return period has begun. So you can buy any of the new Macs, and you have up until January, what was it? I think 8th to return them and get a full
Dang.
refund.
Dang.
So you can use them for weeks and weeks. Some people have suggested getting Apple Vision Pro now, so
Dude.
you can use it for over a month.
Can I tell you, the demo video that they showed for the new Final Cut and what you could do with Vision Pro makes me want to go pick up a Vision Pro and screw around with it for the next couple months.
Now's probably the best time because you'll get bored with it long before the return window expires.
And I remember I was going to tell you, both you guys, I was going to tell you this, and I'm in a predicament. I'm not going to spend no $3,500, by the way. Just keep that in the back of your head. Okay. Wow. I have enough money saved up now that I can buy an iPad M4 11-inch with the accessories and all that stuff. And now it's been so long since I've been away from an iPad, I don't actually have the urge to do it and pull the trigger. I'm having buyer's remorse before I even spend the money.
You're regretting saying publicly that you wanted to buy one because now
I do want to buy one. I don't. I do.
Just
I
lie.
said early next year, but I came with the funds now, and I'm like, cool, I can do it now, but I don't think I want to. I'm having, because it's what you said, Drew. Like,
I want to, but I don't want to.
Being reduced to just the iPhone and the Mac, there's something very clean about this operation that I'm really enjoying.
That's good. Lean into that feeling. Hold on to that. Learning to live with less is valuable. That's why the Mac Mini reviews were so good. Man, those chips are fast, and it has routinely reminded me that the Mac Pro has been and always will be a joke and a troll to Mac buyers. It's meant to trick people into thinking that they got a good deal on something, only for it to be dated within a year or two.
Yeah. I was watching Greg's Gadget compare the M4 Mac Mini with the Mac Studio. And
dang,
the M4 Pro versus the M2 Ultra that I've got here on the screen right now. It's a 34% increase.
Absolutely.
Of course,
not.
Different cores going on right here. But still, M4 is still a big step.
Look at this grab.
Look at this grab.
What he did point out at the end, which I appreciate his whole video. I watched the whole 12 minutes of it, is that at the end he still disclaimed that the studio during this whole entire comparison that he did not make a peep. And it was cold to touch pretty much, I think the whole time is what he said. Where the Mac Mini, the new one with the M4 chip, did get warm and did make audible noises going through the Geekbench tests or
all right.
benching. Yeah,
that's fair.
But I mean, for the size of it and the power that it's got, okay, that's all right.
Hey, in the winter, I don't mind the extra heat. I'll take it. That's fine.
Who are you telling?
What do you live in a shack?
The computer's too hot.
I'm in a server room.
Didn't you make this joke like last year or the year before about I wish I had an Intel chip so I could be warmed up in my home?
I make that joke every year, I think.
It took you 8 seasons, everybody, to realize that Drew recycles jokes.
No.
Well,
says the guy who's always doing Trump because he's never leaving. Whoa.
Oh, my God.
Ah.
Wow.
Greg scared me there. Wow.
Shout out to Greg.
Hey, Greg, thank you for coming on the show today for the season finale.
I think he did a good job with his review, though. I watched it.
All his stuff is good.
With the beginning and all the details that I had and his own personal opinions on it, and then also the factual and technical bits of it as well. I thought it was a great overall 12-minute video that was totally worth my time.
I don't know if you know this about me, Mike, but I was Greg's running mate back in 2020 for the presidency. He picked me as his VP.
And look where that put you.
I can't.
He
I can't
trumped me.
remember if you're serious.
I'm completely serious. We had this whole. I did a video. Him and I like there was a whole back and forth on Twitter back when it was Twitter, and
It's still Twitter.
it's still Twitter. But yeah, no, that's actually serious. We did. He dressed up and he's suit and tie, and he's like, you know what? All the candidates this year suck. So I will be your next president. And I was like, hey, need a running mate? He goes, sure. So then I did a video announcing being a running mate, and we did a whole little back and forth. Yeah.
I don't remember this at all. In which I'm not on Twitter anymore, so I can't confirm or deny it.
I guess you have to take my word for it.
So we have 2 vice presidents on the show, is what you're saying.
Drew, I told him, I said, JD Vance is a great pick. I said, look it up. I got JD Vance here with me. And there, look it up.
Hey, my dinner.
He even eats his veggies. Look at him. He's going to be nice and strong. He's going to replace me for the next running play. All right. So
well, Greg gets my endorsement and my award for least canceled tech YouTuber of the year.
We're gonna get into that trauma, really.
Get into what? Did something happen?
You were the one bringing it up. How do you guys feel defending?
We could have been talking about
this
John,
this criminal.
What happened? I didn't catch it. I was too busy driving the speed limit yesterday.
Well,
anyone know any good shoes I could?
I feel like okay, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be completely honest and transparent. I think people are trying a little too hard to find something. Nobody agrees. He doesn't agree. And yes, he got caught, and you know,
he doesn't agree.
Even he doesn't agree. And
why would that matter?
You know, at least he made a statement. But Marquez is a relatively like he's an innocent guy. He might not be street legal.
Where are you going with this?
Where I'm going is that it's like I feel like people are trying too hard to. They're trying to Mr. Beast him, and it's not like he has a hit docu series. I hope I'm not giving any people any ideas to make a hit piece on him, a multi-series. But there it is.
What is this post from, Mike?
So this post is from Reddit. But this is an image that I doctored by putting Randy's video on undervalued on it.
I'm on Reddit.
Wait, did Randy's thumbnail get on Reddit? I was so confused.
I was worried for a second.
No, I took the screenshot from Reddit, but I did. Okay. I should have added yours, Drew, because yours was a little bit more humorous with it. Because yours was pretty much stop attacking, like leave Britney alone.
Oh, Chris Crocker?
Yeah, something like that.
Well, so yeah, he screwed up, but listen, we're all from California.
Excuse me? I'm not running with this man.
No, what I'm saying is that if the speed limit is 65, we do the California 65. You know what I mean?
He was not in a 65.
Or in California. I'm trying to advocate for the guy. Listen, yes.
At that speed, he would have hit California pretty quickly.
And all the children along the way. I know it's a big deal when someone like Philip DeFranco needs to cover him and use him for the thumbnail. I'm like, oh, this is mainstream YouTube news. I'm surprised MSNBC, Fox, CNN didn't pick this up or something. Take a break from all the Trump stuff and be like, there's still time. Okay. The panels thing, overblown. I get the frustration. I get the hypocrisy, but it was overblown. His shoes being a ripoff, allegedly. I don't know. I've never put them on. I get. Okay, well, that's for Drew to talk about. But I've seen the teardown videos. People who do apparently shoe ShoeTube is a thing, and
There's something for everybody on YouTube.
it's not a kink apparently. And
I didn't know there was a controversy around the shoes.
somebody who's a very known, reputable, or established YouTuber who talks about the Jordans and all these other like Yeezys and all these things that have. Yeah, it's true. It's true. They did a tear down, a literal like cut the shoe in half. They did a jerry rig everything style on it and assessed that the quality may be subpar and you shouldn't pay that price. But I'm like, he's out here just trying to get his buck. And okay, I get it. Do a full video sponsorship, and people are like, what the heck is it? All right, listen, guys, I hear all of you, but
I love how long the I hear what you're saying part of the explanation is.
okay, so
sure.
he hit some. Sure, he
Okay,
killed some children. Okay, fine. He killed some companies along the way. All right, yeah. All right, fine. We don't know his sexuality just yet. I hear you. Fine.
What? What does that have to do with this?
That's my point. What does any of this have to do with it? Okay.
He broke the law.
So he might have DM'd me and told me to take down the video, and I said no. But that's not the point.
He broke the law and did it on camera.
Mike,
I don't know who edited this video,
you know what it is,
but like, did no one catch this?
brother. I here's the deal. I've done some stupid crap in my day. Okay.
On video?
Yes,
Yeah,
even
dude,
on video.
I'm not breaking the law.
No, I know, but what I'm saying is that like I've
On
been
video.
there. Okay, to be fair, I didn't do 95 in a 30. So like on that sense, like I didn't do that, but I've sped and I've got caught and I got written up for it. I've done stupid things on camera and got that thrown in my face. I mean, how many times do I accidentally dock myself when we're doing stuff on the podcast? Like
That's not illegal.
I know, but the point is mistakes happen. I'll tell you what is illegal.
Yes, mistakes do happen.
I'll tell you
And
what's
that's a really bad
I'll tell you what's illegal.
on video.
I'll tell you what's illegal. How amazing Final Cut Pro 11 is. That should be illegal.
So amazing it didn't catch 96 miles per hour when they were editing it.
You didn't see the Geeks Bench scores. Yeah, those things were flying.
Jeez.
All right, I tried to defend Marquez.
I don't
but
know
I
why
can't.
you're trying to.
Because I feel bad, man. Like I
feel
get it.
bad for him.
He's screwed up. No, listen, I'm not condoning his mess up. I get that, but people are too hungry to want to cancel somebody. Once they made Mr. Beast bleed, they're like, oh, everyone's fair game, and I don't like that. I don't like the mentality of like he messed up. Hey, good job ruining your whole reputation for 2024 and all the years. Like it's a bit blown out of proportion. To be fair, he could have hurt somebody. I get that, but like he didn't, and people still like, yeah, well, just the fact that you did it, he didn't endorse doing that. He messed
in
up.
fact, he deleted the evidence.
Yeah, and I guarantee you he's never going to do it again on camera. But he shouldn't get canceled for it. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, people need to be going after Logan Paul for way worse. And that
They
guy
already are.
No, he's
They
still
already
around.
are.
If Logan Paul can still have a presence after everything, or any of the Paul brothers for that matter, if all these other actual controversial people doing wrong things, hi sisters and all them, if all those people are still around,
But
I get
he
it.
actually did do a wrong thing. He sped and got caught. Not by the police, but by the public because he uploaded the evidence.
If you've never sped in your life,
That's not the argument
no,
here.
what I'm saying is if you never broke the law, doing the speed going above the speed limit, then thou shalt cast the first stone. But we're all done it, especially since I've had performance Teslas in my life. We've all done it. I did it safer, and I didn't record it, but I've done it. So no, I'm not going to be a part of the hypocrisy. That'll make me a hypocrite. I'm a speed demon. The only time I've ever gotten tickets by the police, 10 out of 10 times, is because I was speeding. So like, I was in the wrong. He's in the wrong. He shouldn't be canceled for it. And if nobody goes after him legally, then okay. Obviously everybody's like, oh, I won't let you forget this. Panels, the shoes, That one time he did a
Well,
full
yeah,
video.
I don't endorse. So
sponsor.
my point is, I don't endorse the canceling at endorse the canceling at all. But I'm not letting it go. I'm not forgetting the fact that he sped in a 35 and did something stupid just for video clout for a sponsored video that I don't know whether it was. I don't watch his videos anymore, but whether it was declared a sponsored video or not. The fact being that he uploaded the evidence, and yeah, maybe he apologized and maybe went back on the apology. I don't know. But to hold him accountable for doing something illegal and doing something reckless, I think is granted. Canceling, I don't think so. I think canceling is a very silly thing. It's part of the social media toxicity environment that it is. But I think holding people accountable for their wrongdoings is the bare minimum that we should do in this case.
So when do you stop putting his nose in the poop then? Because he's already addressed it on Twitter, like he's addressed it everywhere that he's public. At that point, then like he's held accountable. He knows he's in the wrong. He got caught. At that point, like then what? That's why I don't like the whole attack him. Who the hell are we? Like I say this in other contexts as well, but none of us have the moral authority to be like, oh well, you did something wrong. We're all flawed. We've all done it. So like. That's the part that's frustrating. I don't care if it's Marquez, you, Drew, Nick, me. Elon. It doesn't matter. Elon, I don't care because we've all done it. And people are like, oh, I got you now, you SOP. Like, dude, get off your freaking high horse just for the sake of trying. No, because what it is, Mike, is people are trying to cancel him. And
I get that. If
they're going to do it, like, take the kill shot. Don't throw pebbles at a tech giant.
What's the kill shot in terms of canceling?
Look at I'll let you know once we find out what happens with this whole Mr. Beast situation. What I'm saying is, if you're gonna go for something, don't miss. That's what I'm saying.
I don't think they're missing though. They're bringing up all.
Yeah, but I guarantee that recently. He's not at worst, it's hurting his reputation. Dude's gonna bounce. We're all talking about it right now because it's very recent. The internet attention span this big. Mm-hmm. People will forget. Nobody's talking about panels. Drew didn't even know about the shoes, and that's over a year old. People move on; they forget. Like this is just like made you bleed, caught you with your pants down, you jerk. Like okay, haha, enjoy your clicks. It's the same reason why they're going for him for killing companies, and that's why I made that video that you parodied my thumbnail for, because it's like. People are trying to find a reason for any of this, and it's not warranted, especially for something like this because everybody's done it.
Well, here's where it's hilarious. You wrote undervalued integrity. Integrity is doing the right thing when no one's looking. And he was doing the wrong thing, and people were looking because he uploaded it. So that's Mike, the other humorous part about the situation is that he doesn't have undervalued. I get that, but you put him on a level of undervalued integrity. It's not undervalued. He's human like everyone else, but
we're only noticing the times when he slips. How about for the last 10 years when he did it?
That's great, but it's still good to call out when you do something wrong so that way someone can correct.
So I go back to my last question. Yes. When is it appropriate then to stop rubbing his nose in the poop? He's addressed it. And he apologized for it. So when do we move on then? I'm not saying don't call him out. I never said I condone it. Mm-hmm. What he did is wrong. But I'm not going to go after him for being because that'll make me a hypocrite. At what point then, when do we stop putting his nose in it? When do we stop rubbing his nose in it?
I'm not in charge of the masses, but the way that I would go about this is if I was absorbing his content or buying his products, I would stop. Because I don't want to support someone who is breaking the law, who is speeding and children crossing zones or school zones and all that. I don't want to condone that. I'm going to take my business elsewhere. And then after some time, I'll reevaluate to see whether he has made amends or at least he is not doing that. And it's hard to judge.
How would you know that?
We don't. And that's something that we have to judge based on each other's
feelings. Evidently,
I'm not going to let go immediately because he just made this mistake.
You don't even watch his content, you said. So like
I don't, but it made the news. And by the news, I mean, it's on Discord, in which I'm sometimes on. And then I don't even know.
He's made news. It's like YouTube news.
It's on The Verge right here, I guess. So
He's on places that have nothing to do with tech, and they're talking about it today. So like,
Yeah.
it's out there.
So my point is, I don't control the masses. I'm not trying to define when people should and should not, because people are going to choose when they want to and when they don't. I think like I said, canceling is not probably the right way to go about it. The more constructive way of going about it is stop watching his videos, go watch someone else.
Is that not canceling though?
No,
Are you subscribed to him?
no, I'm not subscribed to him because I'm not interested in his content anymore. I'm interested in other people's content. I don't want to be sold things all the time.
So you canceled him for a different reason.
No, that's not canceling. It's me not absorbing his content anymore because I don't want to.
How else would you cancel? Deplatforming?
Let's look up the definition. I don't know. Drew, let's get your opinion while I look up the definition of canceling.
Yeah, Greg's great. I love Greg.
Well, you brought this up. What are your opinions on this, Drew?
I defended him for panels, and I really like the shoes, and I think he was very much in the wrong and deserves the backlash he's getting. I think a YouTuber at that size, especially when they're given all kinds of different performance vehicles to test, is held to a higher standard than everybody else. And this wasn't just like going, 85 on the interstate when the speed limit's 70. This was like a residential neighborhood where there were signs saying children at play, and at over 90 miles per hour, that is the speed at which you're not injuring people, you're ending people. So that's literally putting children's lives at risk. And that, and one thing, doing that when no one's looking sucks. But the fact that they tried to blur the speedometer, failed to blur the second speedometer, and we're just like, yeah, he shouldn't be doing this, but it's a good shot, so let's keep it, but get away with it by not showing the speedometer, and then everyone can see it, so they take it down. Yeah, it's just, it definitely deserves a fundamental rethinking of how he shoots content, and I don't really understand what the definition. I'm sure you find 50 different definitions for canceled. I don't think anybody's perfect, of course.
No.
I don't think really people should be canceled as in you did something so bad that you shouldn't have a job, you shouldn't be able to make videos anymore. I don't believe that, but I do think you should, rethink moving forward how to make sure that kind of thing never happens again. Or maybe that means if you're going to do performance tests, making sure like in the future we're always going to do them on a test track, or we're always going to ensure that
empty parking lot where no one's there.
Yeah, right. We're just going to take more precautions on safety, just to show, I think, more than just a tweet. The tweet is a good first step, but I still think a more public, like, not trying to sweep it under the rug, because I think that's kind of the impression a lot of people got from cropping it out of the video was you're just trying to like move on from this. You're just trying to act like it didn't happen and move on as quickly as possible, because that's a very brand PR friendly thing to do. And I appreciate Marquez and what he's done for the tech community over the years, but yeah, I couldn't. I saw that, and I saw the footage that was removed and everything, and I was like, yeah, no, I can't defend that. Like, it's one thing to release a crappy app, and people act like you should be canceled for that, but potentially putting people's lives at risk, that's when I have a lot less forgiveness, or like, he's human kind of attitude towards it. I'm like, nah, humans don't need to do that. And we expect better from him. So
yeah,
here's to a better 2025 for Marquez.
Yeah. So I found some definitions as well, Randy, and of course the AI generated one
Okay.
Is an interesting one, and it actually describes what I was doing: withdrawing support, boycotting their work, calling out their bad behavior, trying to take away their platform is what I think of in terms of canceling. And I'm not trying to take away his platform in the way that I operate. I'm not interested in watching him anymore. in which I wasn't.
What is that, by the way? Because you made you talked about that for a second. What pushed you away from it?
I just got tired of the format and the way that he was presenting information.
Okay,
It was
so
just
it wasn't he wasn't selling something. It was just
It was also selling stuff as well. I felt like I was being advertised with everything, in which, I mean, we brought up Greg before. He might do the same. I've only watched 1 or 2 videos of him, so I'm not too sure. But in the way that I'm trying to go about social media and the internet these days,
yeah.
is I'm not trying to latch on to people too much besides you guys because you're my friends. But I'm typically just trying to find what the news is. What is the story, not story, but what is the facts of the matter, or at least close to what the truth is on a subject.
Sure.
And I'm not going to keep on coming to someone because that skews the lens that I'm trying to operate with in regards to absorbing information. And so I'm trying out different creators, trying out what their presentation style is. And I've watched Marquez for a long time, and I stopped watching him a while ago before the whole panels controversy. I got tired of his content. I wanted to move on to something else. So I even though that was the AI overview version of it just describes my behavior as canceling, I wouldn't say that I am trying to take away his platform. I'm just not giving him my view because I'd rather give it to someone else.
If I may, Mike,
Mhm.
I think what that description for the AI thing was doing, even though it aligns with what you're saying, I think the difference between you and canceling is you're not going out there saying this, like, this is how I feel, and I feel like other people should do this too.
Mhm.
Like, I think that's where we pass the threshold where it's like, now we're trying to cancel, because we can all be in our own opinions of things of like, I don't care to watch this guy or girl or thing or that,
Mhm.
whatever. And then you pull out, and it based off of what the AI is saying, it's that like, oh, that's canceling. Well, okay, you're canceling your subscription.
Mhm.
Sure, fine, whatever. But in the cultural sense of canceling somebody, it's when you take it outside of your own control and you try to
Mhm.
persuade others to do the same.
Right.
Then I think that's when you're canceling. And that's what's been happening with Marquez since maybe Fisker, I think. And I think that's why I'm like, this is ridiculous.
Mhm.
It's because it's a double standard that I don't see it being held to other people. And then on a personal things, like, I'm guilty of speeding. Now, I've never done that. That is scary. And
You mean the specific situation that he was caught in?
yes, yeah, I've gone over 100 easy when I was like in Virginia, and I'm on like these long roads.
Oh yeah, long
roads.
straight highways, no
Yeah.
one's around.
Not even a highway, dude. I was like,
Well,
in
yeah, I mean,
farmland.
it's not
I was
classified as a highway, but
yeah, but like, you know, like where you were parking your trailer at, I was on a road like that in Virginia, but it was so much longer. I'm like,
yeah,
I'm curious. And with the Model Y, so I went and I'm like, the G-force on my cheeks was like, whoa. I was like,
it's
all right.
when I think what helps in that situation is if you're describing it like farmland, you have visibility of objects from far away if you've got good vision, and you're able to discern whether it's safe or not to do it, even though that the speed limit there might say
to be
otherwise.
honest, though, like,
right?
That's dangerous because
It's
I'm
dangerous regardless. I get that, but at least there's a
You don't know what's
layer.
on the road. That gravel road is kind of weird, and you don't know what might happen. That's scary. I like the whole thing. There's nothing right about it. I don't want to be a hypocrite, and I find it frustrating in the bigger context of it that like people have been digging at him, and people they're gonna move on. Eventually, they're gonna move on from him,
Mhm.
and they'll just direct that energy towards somebody else. And I've never liked that energy ever. Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it happen to. I mean, crap, I saw it happen to Drew so many years ago for something so stupid. And I just like, I've never liked this mob mentality.
No, mob mentality is silly. I
Yeah.
agree.
That's it. That's where I'm getting at with it. I don't condone it. I don't support
Mhm.
it. I just don't like the mob mentality. I never liked it. And that's it. So yeah, Greg's video was great.
Greg's getting a lot of endorsement from us this episode.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Yes.
Jeez. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but I see this as a learning experience for everyone. As well.
Especially him. Oh my God.
Yes.
I
especially
wonder in New Jersey law, can he still get in trouble for that?
Yeah.
Because it was documented.
Caught on video, except he did delete it, but I guess there's probably
Oh,
still
bro, no,
pockets
because the
of footage.
video's out there on other channels now. I saw
Yes,
from other
people
people.
have re-uploaded.
Yeah. So
it is out there.
I mean, a good lawyer will be like, you can't actually confirm that. You don't know, but it doesn't look good. So I don't think he'll actually like get any legal reprimand. But
I don't know if he will, but I'll just say on the record, I think he should. I think you should be getting a
Held
point
accountable.
on your. I think you should get a doc on that and make you think twice. Like, you cannot afford to lose your license, Marquez. You review way too many cars. So, if for nothing else, if not for safety, for your own sake,
for your business, my guy, like
it's a bad idea. It's
Slow down.
dangerous and reckless, and that's.
Yeah,
on
he
top
could pull
of that,
the Fisker thing, or not the Fisker, was it the Nikola thing, and drive it on roads that aren't highways that you won't get in trouble on.
Oh, jeez.
He'll roll downhill 96 miles an hour. This is where I draw
I'm
the
not
line.
technically accelerating.
Yeah.
I defended all the earlier stuff, but I'm sorry. I'm like, can't defend it. And I don't think he would want me to. It sounds like the tweet made it sound like he's welcoming that. That was stupid. I think in his heart of hearts, deep down, he knows he was wrong. He knows he shouldn't have done that.
So.
And he knows it was a lapse in judgment. And he's probably
Logan.
Yeah. He probably is getting to the point. Well, I'm not trying to compare them to the Pauls.
Right. No,
let's put him in the ring with
go Tyson.
Paul.
I'm rooting
Tyson.
for Tyson, and I have no idea who he is. I know
Tyson.
nothing about him. I really want Tyson to just work out and exercise. And I know he has a funny voice. That's all I know. But
wait, are you being serious?
Are you thinking about Michael Strahan?
Let me finish my point.
Sorry.
Point being, there's different gauges of, I think, YouTuber problem that develops when you start over prioritizing the content, and you start at a certain point, you start forgetting about humanity along the way. Like you start forgetting how to treat one another. You stop thinking about safety or about respectfulness. And I would say, that the Paul brothers are on the side of the spectrum that's like fully forgotten humanity, doesn't care about humanity. It's just like me, as long as I get what I want, as long as I look good, as long as I sound good. They're all in on the content and the brand.
Shift blame.
Marquez is not at that level of the spectrum, but I think with that driving thing, he had a little bit of the dip towards that of like the content. I'm busy. I got videos to make. I got to do the sponsorship deal. DJI is probably very happy, by the way. I feel like they've got.
I almost bought something.
Like, no one would have watched this video if it weren't for that clip. Honestly, I would have admitted I didn't watch it. I still haven't watched the rest of the video. I've only seen the part everybody's talking about.
Per hour.
Yeah.
And now I know that it was a DJI video, and I'm like, hey, their impressions on this one is just through the roof. So they probably got a good deal. But yeah, I just think that it's very easy for YouTubers to kind of start dipping into that. Forget about humanity, forget about others, just focus on the content. And that busyness is what creates that. When you've got too many channels going on, too many things going on. And I can tell he's a very busy guy. And maybe this can be that potential wake-up call that says, you got to tone it down a little bit, because your head's not in the right space if you got this far where you're blurring a speedometer in a residential zone and posting it. That means you've either lost touch with a lot of your staff, and maybe they're doing things you're not aware of, or the same thing with panels. I mean, I would say that's less of a big issue because it's just a quality control on a free app. It's not like a safety issue, but still there's a project that you're endorsing and that you're promoting that you're forgetting about and not analyzing very closely. And that comes from busyness. And that's, I can relate to that because I'm getting busier and busier by the week. That's part of the reason I'm sad to say this is the finale for the years, because we've got so much stuff going on. and I don't.
I've been
want
waiting
to...
for you to tell us when this was gonna end because like my son's birthday's in days away, and I'm like I'm about to be busy.
He's busy for a whole month because his son's birthday is on one day.
Hey, he's turning 2-y.
But no, that like certain, you got to know your limits, and
yeah,
I feel bad because
Like the speed
today
limit.
it's 35. That's your limit. Like today I posted a tech video, but I went over a week without posting to tech.
I was
and
surprised. You've been
I've been
busy as heck.
working. I've
While
been
on
doing a bunch
vacation.
of stuff, and I realized, like, holy crap, there's been a new Mac launch and all these new products, and I haven't talked about them, and I haven't reviewed them, and
I got you, bro.
I'm falling short already on the stuff that people are looking at and waiting for, and I'm already feeling like I'm falling behind. So that's where I had to draw the line and just say, like, okay, got to pick my battles. Something's got to give. So it's I'm trying to not make light of what he did, but I'm trying to paint a picture of what things happen in life that lead to this decision. And in my opinion, it's probably just quality control gets worse when you're busy, when you're doing more, when you're producing more, you let more things slip through the cracks.
Yeah, the philosophy, I remember that. I mean, it's not as dramatic as this, but the path to hell is paved with good intentions.
Yeah,
it's a bunch of good little baby oopsies that go to that. You said something that was like, oh dang, that's true. It's like
it's the same story with Mr. Beast. Actually, he's a perfect example. Watching that unfold of like,
yeah,
good intentions, all these charities, all these donations, and he did a lot of good. There's no denying that. He did a lot of good things for different, homeless charities, and supporting people in need and giving money to people who need it. And then he's like, well, if I make enough views, if I make enough money off those videos, I can use that money to do more good. So there's very pure good intentions, but then it gets ahead of you. Once you start getting busier and busier, it slowly turns into, okay, this video has to perform a certain way. That means working conditions get worse, or not vetting certain employees properly. It gets away from you.
Yeah.
And then it's like, crap. Now you forgot your humanity.
The part you put in my head where I'm just like, wow, is wow. Thank you. Like, who are you surrounding yourself with or by that would allow that to happen? Like, are you putting yourself around yes men? Are you putting around people who are just maybe they don't care? Because the part that where I'm like, they went out of their way to blur it. They know it was wrong then, and they still felt like, no, we got to post it because this is a sponsored video. At what point, like, do you need to surround yourself with different people? And I'm not even saying his staff or his employees, just however in that situation, or even be more broadly, like however you bounce your ideas off of somebody, and you should have a funnel that kind of like filters things that hit the do not pass go. At what point do people like Marquez or Mr. Beast or Kanye West or literally anybody, like, we can make a case for Elon, like anybody, that at what point do you become too big because you're also too busy and you lose track of your, I don't want to say it's your moral compass, but you cut corners. And once you cut corners, and then again later you cut a little bit more corners again, and you cut corners until the corners become, and now it's a sphere. And now it's
funny that you talk about the spheres. Last year on this date that we're recording this, we talked about the sphere.
Nice. It's really, it's symbolic, Mike. It's
a circle, actually.
Love is a sphere. It has no corners. You don't cut. But yeah, like at what point love is a circle. So anyway, yeah, it's just that's an interesting little food for thought there, that like surrounding yourself around the right people. I would like to think I surround myself with people who don't tell me what I want to hear or do whatever's in the best interest of everybody making money, but we do it for the right reasons. Whoa, sphere. Hang on.
You said cutting corners. I was like, where's that saying? I gotta find it.
I'm dropping my seat. No, go back. We've cut so much corners over the last 8 seasons. We are now circles. We're profile pics.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah. Well, I don't want the whole episode to be about this. So
no,
we should.
I've been trying to talk about Final Cut for the last since we started.
What about Final Cut,
dude? Did you get 11. The update, Mike?
I'm not on any update. Do you need Sequoia?
So
I don't know.
Probably. That's a good question. But Final Cut Pro has been on version 10 with an X for how long now? I want to say at least 10 years, probably longer. It's been Final Cut Pro 10 for a long, long time. Today, at the time of recording this, they finally dropped Final Cut Pro 11. And it comes with, in my opinion, actually useful AI features. Like, I'm the first to point and laugh at AI marketing and overhyped AI stuff, but this is the kind of thing they added to Final Cut that I was using CapCut for.
Yeah,
like I had to get a different app, like the selecting an audio file and just adding the captions to it, so you can just have the captions show up automatically.
That's
and
really
the
cool.
Multiple masks, it highlights a person in magnetic mask. That's what they call
magnet. You don't need a green screen anymore.
It's so cool. It's so cool.
You can cut out or you can do those multiple magnetic masks on subjects. It doesn't have to be all people, and you can adjust different intensities, like the portrait mode studio thing that we do. So
there it is.
You can brighten yourself or darken things.
That was so cool. They had in the video demo where they highlighted one person and boosted the brightness just on them. And I was like, what?
Dude.
Okay.
How many times I will record something and I'm using the viewfinder on my Sony thinking like, okay, that's a good take. And then I put it in Final Cut and then I realize how dark it is. I would use that feature. Actually, I to compensate, I just put a soft vignette on my videos to, make the center subject pop. But now being able to like just mask anything by clicking it, the caption thing, like how I mean, especially for short form content, man. Like, yes,
I'm gonna use the caption thing all the time. That was a big one. And the best part is this all comes with no additional charge. This is a free update to everybody who already has Final Cut Pro.
I'm updating right now as we speak.
There's no membership. There's
mine apparently updated when I wasn't looking because I opened it up and it's like, hey, you need to update all your projects. We're on 11 now.
Oh, okay.
So it's all updated and ready to go now. So I know that this was the thing. I'm that unplugged. So.
Dude, play around with it,
man. Like a couple hours ago.
It did. Like, yeah, this is it's basically breaking news as of.
Hey, do you want to drive 94 miles per hour down some undisclosed roads and get some beautiful Final Cut editing going?
No.
Wow. Well, I asked Drew, but not you. But that's okay.
You talk to me.
Sure, let's do it.
Sweet.
I've got time. I'm not too busy.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
I'm only human, Randy.
Oh,
shame.
New users can download a free 90-day trial of Final Cut Pro as well.
90 days. Oh, geez.
So if you're interested,
they got the holiday special there too.
Yeah, there's the holiday special. So if you are interested,
as much time as you have to get married in the K1 visa.
What? Excuse me?
What'd you say to me?
Shout out to all my 90 Day Fiance fans out there.
Oh, that's
we hear you.
Brittany watches it every now and then.
I watch every episode of every season. That's why we're ending this podcast, by the way. So that
we got a backlog.
Yeah, we're gonna start a new Taylor Swift 90 Day Fiance review podcast.
The podcast is only going to be for 90 days.
Hey, it's like Markiplier's, what was that, Unisonis?
Yeah.
Yes,
do that for like
like
a
that.
year and then delete everything.
It's just like that.
Just do that, but with the Final Cut Pro because that's the duration that you've got it.
But I think my favorite part is just how much new features we got for free.
Yeah.
And
I'll
still
let you
no
know about
membership.
Logic later. I'm updating it right now, but it's not a big update. It's only 1.5 gigs where like Final Cut was like 6 or something.
Wow.
That was a big update. Dude, this is so exciting though. Like I'm so excited to just experiment. It makes tools. This is where I find what we now call AI. This is what I find useful. Tools that actually help your productivity
Yes.
while having fun. Like that this I'm gonna try some new, some new content to just kind of mess around with and have fun.
I will
Imagine the
use
skits you could do.
all those features way more than I will use any of this crap.
I
This is
need
a
you
joke.
every time you go, whenever you go back. Are you done with your skits, Drew? Have you retired the skits? I know you don't do it anymore.
I worked on a skit today,
Oh, very well.
but it's not for the tech channel.
The plot thickens.
I can only write so many skits at once.
Well, whenever you
If I have a good idea for a tech skit, I will do it. But if you don't see one, it's because I couldn't think of anything good.
All you skit haters are cheering right now.
until
I'm trying to please both sides of the audience.
no. You got AI tools to play with now. You need to put Tim Cook.
Look at Greg's
Apple.
channel. Look how many more subscribers he's got now.
That's because
at
he's
this.
better than you.
Yeah, because he doesn't do skits. No skits over there. He used to be the up and comer. I remember when he first started tuning into my live streams.
I remember.
He was like, "Hey Drew, I want to make videos like you." And I was like, "Yeah, you'll get there one day, buddy." Now he's blown up way past me.
Now he's looking at you.
Oh,
Hey
and
there,
then-
little buddy.
These huge numbers, and I'm like, "Hey Greg, can we talk?" I'm busy. No, I'm not. I haven't tried to reach out to him. I'm sure he would respond if I did, but he's a great guy. All I'm saying is no skits, and look how successful he is. If anything,
I
the
don't think
skits
it's
are
the
probably
skits,
holding
man.
me back.
No.
But what Marquez has taught me is that it's okay to be small. Die a hero, live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Yeah, that's what I tell my wife all the time. It's okay to be small. It's fine. It's okay. Wow.
Jeez. I wanted to also highlight, going a bit back. Here's a screenshot that I just took on Final Cut. There are so many more masking keying options here that I don't remember.
That's what I'm saying. You can now
Whoa,
put
we're doing a
yourself-
live demo. Try it.
Wow, let's do it. Go.
Well, I don't have that set up yet. And also
Magnetic
I probably
mask.
have
It's right
Just-
there.
Drag and
Look,
drop.
Yeah, this is an image.
That's okay.
This
No,
is
no,
an
no,
image.
it'll work.
It'll work.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
This is an image.
You don't.
This
you
is an
find-
image we're looking at.
I was so confused. And then you
Yeah,
said it 3
it'll
times.
work on images too, Mike.
I feel like that one Fox News reporter. It's on you, me. Yeah.
It's on you. I didn't do anything. He starts yelling at him.
No, you.
Why is it on me? I didn't do it. No, you. No, you. Listen here. You son of
I was pleasantly surprised. I was not expecting that today. I thought the Mac stuff was like the last big release from Apple,
Yeah.
and this one's pretty exciting. So
Whoa.
thank you, Craig. You did something good.
Okay. I'm gonna do. He did do something good, didn't he? That's since he's not doing it. Let's.
You're gonna do a live demo of Final
Yep.
Cut.
Yep. Okay.
We have that kind of time.
Oh,
Apparently
wait.
so.
It looks like it's updating.
Wow, look at this live demo here.
Wow. Where are you guys? There you go. Okay. So let's
Just do
just
captions. Do something simple.
Yeah, I want to do. Whoa, hang on, I gotta change my sound
Text
really
effects.
quickly. Pause 1
Okay.
second. Scarlet. There
You
we go.
can't.
Okay.
This is a live demo. Ooh.
Yeah.
Wait, Andy, just right click one of the clips on the timeline. Live,
Okay.
transcribe to captions. Just click it.
Whoa!
Now you don't need audio. I already know what you're saying.
How do you edit it?
I would guess it's in the top right box somewhere up there. There's probably
There it is, right there.
Caption settings.
Below, right?
Where?
Was that? The text is too small for me to see. You guys always share your whole entire screen. I can't see anything because it's so small. I need like the granny font size.
I would guess it's not. Yeah, in volume. Go to the film icon.
Okay.
And yeah, scroll around.
No.
God, this feature sucks.
Like, how do you edit? I'm
sure there's a way.
Wait, I found it.
Oh,
Found
there you
it.
go. Text color formatting. I love this update. It's perfect.
Best
There's
update
no
ever.
problem.
Okay, but the masking is what I'm interested in.
Mask yourself with captions. This is very exhilarating. Whoa, look at
Did
that.
it. And
Wait,
there.
look
Okay.
at the microphone thing.
Well, I
It
don't
doesn't
know.
matter. Let's just.
Ah!
Oh, that looks like it needs some touch-ups, but it's not bad.
Hey,
I'm
what
gonna
the heck?
mask myself to have Randy's background and not acknowledge it in any of my videos. It's just gonna look.
I think it'd be funnier if you masked it so that Randy is still in the background, in his background.
For
you're,
now
like,
on,
sitting on his lap.
From now on, if I need Drew, if you need me to fill in for the days you take off, or invite me, we'll
That
just
might
take
be
each other's
happening.
backgrounds. And
It will literally be the Talos of Network all over again.
Mhm.
yeah,
Who needs an
That's so
office
cool.
when you could just key yourself into Drew's background?
that was so quick.
Gave you the
Okay,
background.
so first impression, I saw the lines on the project timeline, so I was like, oh, maybe that's where the text is because it looks like you're dragging a text thing. So once I figured that out, the masking and everything, very intuitive. Just from a first glance of it, it felt intuitive. So this is the coolest thing ever. Yep.
Agreed.
Agreed. That was so fast. Almost too fast.
I can't wait to try it for short form content. Really.
Yeah. No need for third-party apps.
I hate to say this, but
Or having to manually put it in. Because I used to do that. If you watch Drew's Talos of Shorts,
Oh yeah.
I think, account, I was the one that made that. And it was painstaking for captions sometimes.
I
Yes.
need Final Cut then to be on here so I can do it on my phone. The captions.
Wasn't that a thing?
No.
We got Final Cut Camera, but that's no the feature.
New creative options to come to Final Cut across Mac, iPad, and iPhone.
Oh, there.
Oh, I was like, since you're showing me, like,
I can't zoom in anymore, but yeah. And iPhone.
but elaborate on that.
I do Control F for iPhone.
Explain, because I don't understand.
That's recording. That's recording.
All right, so
Smooth slow-mo.
no.
Spatial video clips captured on iPhone.
Oh my god.
It sounds like it's just the iPhone took the video.
iPhone.
That's it.
iPhone. I might reach that point based on how the algorithm performs. I'll do a video where I just say the word iPhone repeatedly for 6 minutes.
You should do that for April Fools.
And that'll
It's
be like
literally
my highest viewed video.
It's a 6-minute video.
iPhone.
No,
Developers.
have a script I think you had a video where I forget, but pretty much if you have a video idea for something, do that video idea, but then also just copy what you did in that video, but just say iPhone the whole entire time. And you're cutting to images or whatever, and you can tell it's on something, but it's just iPhone that it cuts to.
A really easy prank would be when I cut out all the dead air, just cut out the alive air.
And you're just like,
it'd be so easy to do, and I could do it technically every day. Just upload
My
that
friend,
to Twitter. Yeah.
he does real estate, and he had
Make that a members video.
an
I have
editor,
to do.
and
Yeah.
apparently his editor is Gen Z, and he goes, when you tell your Gen Z editor to make it engaging, and all he did was as he's trying to show a house, he's like
I saw the not opposite, but there's a movie theater. Wow, my voice. There's a movie theater where the owner of it, I forget what chain it is. He has primarily Gen Z employees, of course, because Gen Z people working in customer service / whatever it is. But one of them was on the social media team, and he asked them, or I guess someone asked them to create a script for the owner to read to get people engaged into coming to the movies and see what their amenities are. And it was all Gen Z-ified with all the terms.
Oh, you're talking about that. I know what I saw that one, and that guy, he was in
That was
older
funny.
movies.
It was so good.
Main character energy. I got the Riz.
It's a good idea because I don't know if anyone's talked about this, but YouTube's launching something I've never seen before that I'm excited about called the Membership Bonus Program. And it's relatively simple. I haven't gotten this offer on my EV channel yet. So I think it's kind of a invite only thing.
Well, send me an invite then.
But it's pretty simple. You basically just upload 2 members videos and that are not shorts, and you do 2 members only posts, which is like the easiest thing in the world, and they give you $200, which could pay for my replacement AirPods.
AirPods 4.
Or yeah, no, that's it. That's the only one. Oh,
I found it.
That's him.
We let our Gen Z intern write Greg's script.
You're a Sigma Rizzler movie dad.
You're Sigma Rizzler.
I'm not gonna play all of it, but
oh, look at those auto-generated captions.
It's gold. I see at the movie theater just hits different.
It just
he looks like
different.
Oh my god, that freeze frame. He looks like the
way to go, Mike.
He looks like the clay character from Spy Kids 1 after they morphed his face.
Oh, what's his name? It's not Rowan Atkinson. It's is it Rowan Atkinson?
Do you guys know who this guy is?
Pee-wee.
No clue. Greg something.
Is this Ferguson from Ferguson Files?
No,
he was
Greg Marcus.
I know him. I remember him. My earliest association with him is he was in the first 2 Terminator movies.
Greg Marcus was in Terminator movies?
Wow. Wow. Ugh. I can't. Excuse me.
This is a biblically accurate Spy Kids.
What?
It's not even biblically accurate. It's just accurate Spy Kids.
That's why it's biblical.
Yeah, the Spy Kids Bible. Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Jeez. But yeah, you can
All
make
right.
things like the interns at the Marcus Theater did with the captioning. That's a great idea.
I don't know how we got on this, but I feel like we need some kind of closure for the year. Like, dude, Randy already did awards, but
I did.
I was gonna say, isn't it exciting that we started the year with Vision Pro and we ended it with M4 and a new Mini? I should say. I think the new Mini is probably the highlight.
I'll admit, even though I haven't been as active as I should, 2024 was pretty interesting year for Apple, hardware wise. There was a lot this year. Software, across the board. Greg. You got colors and bugs and betas. But as far as hardware is concerned, we got the first Vision OS product after how many years of rumors?
We got the first look at the next Apple CEO.
That's true. Turnus took more of the lead. We got the first Mac Mini redesign in over a
M3
decade.
MacBook Air.
Was that this year?
That
It
was, this
was.
year. Yeah.
I'm looking
Dang.
through all our videos right now.
Oh.
The first OLED iPad.
Hey-o.
The thinnest Apple
OLED.
device ever.
I got a cool refrigerator.
Yes, you
That was
did,
cool.
Mike.
And by the way,
That was
it's
like
still
an
running
overarching.
great. And both
Yeah.
me and my wife love it so much every day we talk about it. How
Good
great
thing
it
we're
is.
not Mitch McConnelling it. Well, that's the highlight of the
Into
year.
his
Was the
eyes.
wow. Highlight is doing the Mitch McConnell. That one literally broke me.
I forgot that was this year.
That's at the beginning of the year, yeah.
What else
Man,
happened this year?
so
New MacBook Pros, the fastest silicon ever, obviously.
Uh,
Biggest
oh,
iPhone
Robinhood
screen.
credit card.
Apple Intelligence.
Yeah, so it wasn't all good. You're right.
The human AI pin.
Peaks
And
and,
the Rabbit
valleys,
R1.
peaks and valleys.
Yeah, I will
Dub,
say that USB-C Magic Mouse and
Hang
Magic
on a second.
Keyboard.
So
How long
I
did that
know you
take?
said I did awards, but I don't know what your guys' rankings are. So I'm going to give you per category and you tell me what you feel is for its
Well,
thing then.
Mike loves to rank things, so he should go.
I don't
know.
have a tier list.
No, it's
ready.
not tier list. It just
Just off the
Unfortunately,
top
my
of your
other tier
head.
list of
Just-
all
yeah,
the
just off
Apple
the top of your
executives
head.
got
to
deleted.
recap really quickly, Apple
It's
Vision
improv.
Pro, M3 MacBook Air, M4 iPad Pro, M2 iPad Air, Apple
Maybe I
Pencil
can make
Pro.
this right now.
Yeah, we got a Pro Pencil. We got a new iPad Mini this year. I
We
forgot.
got an iPad Mini. You got new Macs, got iPhones, Apple Watch, and we got a new AirPods Max.
Dude,
So
AirPods 4 were incredible.
they really were
They-
though.
They solved so many problems with one update. They were low price. They had ANC. I might have to get them.
Dude, if my AirPods Pro, if I pull a Drew and lose them, I will get AirPods 4 over anything. Okay, we're gonna kind of like rapid fire this. What was the best announcement this year?
Mac Mini.
Dang it, that was a good one.
That was the first question.
Okay.
Best announcement.
Vision. I want to say Vision Pro, but that wasn't really announced. So
It wasn't. That launched. That's a different category.
it
I'm gonna
launched.
ask.
Okay, so I'll say AirPods 4 was a pretty sweet announcement.
AirPods 4, Mac
Yeah.
Mini. I said iPhone 16.
Why?
iPhone 16
You
because
hated it.
no, not Pro, base 16.
Oh,
Macro mode on the camera. I only use but the two lenses. Everything that I love about the 15 Pro is on the 16, and everything that is taken away from the 16 that's only on the Pros, I don't care about. So the cheapest iPhone, amazing battery. I got the action button, which I use as a dedicated flashlight, saves me all the time in the middle of the night. Yeah, I love it. To me, iPhone 16 was the best announcement.
it's happening to you too, Randy, huh? Middle
old
of
age.
the night ventures. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
it's not just you.
Best. What was again? Rapid fire. Best event.
Mac Mini.
Why do you keep
True.
taking all the good ones?
I said event. If he says
Mac Mini.
if
It was an event.
no,
It was
that's a
Mac Week.
product.
It was Mac Week, and it had its own
Then
day.
say
That
Mac
was an
Week.
event. It wasn't broadcasted, but it was.
No, we'll treat
Everything else
October.
was the same.
We'll treat October as an event. Treat that as an event. The October
I
event for
don't like
Max.
this.
You
You're
say
not
that Mac
not
event.
letting me conform into the Mac Mini supremacy
Just-
argument.
If
here.
we're, I guess the event where AirPods 4 were announced. So that
iPhone.
was the iPhone event.
iPhone
The
event.
product was a massive disappointment, but after the event, I was very hyped and excited for the audio mix feature. So
There was only 2 events this year.
No, so okay. We had the iPad event.
Dub.
We had Dub, iPhone, and I'm giving October as an event because it was still recorded like it was an event. So October event, September event, June event, and May event. We had 4 events.
This was the first year they had a May event, huh?
Yeah. That was the iPad Pro Pencil, and iPad Air.
Okay, yeah. The iPhone event was definitely the most action-packed, I would argue.
So technically, I think you could say we had 5 events: May, June, which was Dub, September. Oh no, that's 4. Yeah, 4 events. Okay,
No,
so the iPhone.
You're onto something. May.
I don't think so.
May, June, September, October. Those are back to back. Both of those events. When we had events, they were back to back events. All right, Mike. Best event.
I guess I'll say. I did say Mac event, but do you really want me to not choose the Mac event?
No. Just don't say Mac Mini. Say it's the Mac event.
Mac event featuring the Mac Mini.
Jesus Christ, Michael.
I mean, I could just make Drew mad and say featuring the iMac and its glorious M3 chip, or no, M4 chip.
Oh God, yeah. He has the power to kick you. Do it. No,
he
not
kicked
you.
Himself.
Not you, Drew.
Me, not him. Me, not you.
Okay, so
anytime someone says iMac, I'm just gonna.
I like that right now our answers are all different because Drew says best event was iPhone. Mike is saying Mac. Whew, that was tricky. And I'm saying Dub was the best event.
Why?
Because there was no leaks. You can't leak software. I love Dub. It's the only time I'm actually surprised.
But it was the only event with Genmoji.
But we didn't see it coming. And it's the only event we technically kind of had a one more thing for with the whole AI crap. So Dub for me.
All right.
Event.
Screw the iPad, I guess.
I like the iPad, but I'm always all that stuff was leaking. No, you can't leak software. I love Dub, and maybe I'm riding the high from last year's Dub with.
We got RCS support announced, but Mint Mobile doesn't have it yet.
Come to T-Mobile.
Nope.
All right.
I'm already on T-Mobile and I hate
it. T-Mobile hates you.
Yes, they do.
Okay, next one. Best software.
Oh,
Mac
that's
OS?
a tricky one.
You could say, lock in your answer. Let's recap.
Mac OS. I'm going to be more confident.
iOS, iPad OS, Mac OS, Watch OS, TV OS, Vision OS. And
TV
I guess
OS has been lacking, in my opinion.
I agree.
It could do so much better in 2025.
I think they're all lacking. I'll say
you have to kill it.
Vision OS is the new one. And it finally got the Ultra Monitor thing. So I'll say Vision OS because there's no AI. Ha
ha. Dang. All right. On God. I say mine is Mac OS because we couldn't do any of this without Mac.
I could do continuity camera on my last Mac OS, but now I can't because it keeps breaking.
This Mac is kind of anyway. All right. Now, unlike announcement, because announcement was anything. Now, this one is hardware specific. Best hardware.
Mac
Vision Pro.
Vision Pro and Mac Mini. I went with Vision Pro.
Oh, okay. AirPods 4.
Okay, that's fine.
Anything but the iPhone.
Yeah, iPhone is not best hardware this year at all.
iPhone.
No. You stick with Vision Pro if that's what you actually feel. I feel like Vision Pro is by far the best hardware because on a hardware, just technicality of it all, most incredible piece of technology I've ever used. It felt magical. It's the only time I actually was like, wow.
Wait. What was the question again? Best hardware?
Best hardware.
Samsung fridge. Samsung fridge was the best hardware. It is the best.
It did keep your stuff cold.
Yes.
Solid.
Okay, here we go.
Job.
This one's fun. What's the biggest bust?
iPhone 16.
iPhone 16. All of them.
16 Pro. Capture button thing
Yeah.
Oh, so you agree it's iPhone 16?
Yeah.
I went with
Oh.
AirPods Max.
Oh, that's a good one.
It followed expectations.
No,
No,
same chip,
it's
dude. It's
the
same
H1 chip when the AirPods 4 got H2.
Yeah,
But it's
It
Max.
somehow found a way to go lower than
bro. Yeah,
that.
I acknowledge and I see where you guys are coming from with iPhone 16. But AirPods Max, like for the same price and everything, and nothing's changed, but the port is a slap in the face when they did it alongside all the other AirPods. I thought that was extremely disrespectful. But my
It
runner
almost
up,
felt intentional.
yeah, right? Like they're trying to make the other sell the lower ones better because they know you shouldn't go for that one. Like the $400 wheels for your Mac Pro. Like they're purposely putting a crappy higher end one so you see better value with AirPods 4 and AirPods Pro too, which I think without AirPods Max ever being talked about, they still would have been the best value for what it is. I should put that for next year. Best value. That's a good note. But my runner up, because I was torn on this one, runner up for biggest bust was AI, Apple Intelligence.
Yeah, just
Hey, it's
as a
out.
whole.
It's out, but dude, like, is it like what does that even mean?
It's like FFP.
This animation is out.
when the headlining marketing feature is something that didn't come at launch, it's rude too. Yeah,
When the Apple employees are complaining,
that's true.
you know it's bad.
So now, final question then. Actually, I didn't even do it for my show, but I want to do it here. So I got two. Best value. What was the best value?
Mac Mini,
Mac Mini.
obviously, right?
Yeah.
We can't beat for the with the educational discount, $499 for an M4 Mac Mini with 3 Thunderbolt ports, 16 gigs of memory, like, and they switched back. I saw to having 2 128 gig NANDs instead of 1 256 gig NAND. Like,
Oh wow.
bro.
Okay.
Best value.
Runner up would be AirPods 4, I'd argue. That's a really surprisingly low priced Apple product that is very good.
I think you changed my mind because I was gonna go AirPods 4, but I think you're right. I think you're right about the Mac Mini though. What about you, Mike?
Mac Mini.
Mac Mini.
Yeah.
All right.
It's my favorite
right.
thing. I have everything here.
Then
Such a
overall,
great
then this-
form
The
factor.
Mac
It's
Mini
really-
might be the best value Apple product in like a decade, potentially. I'm trying to think of a better value product, and I'm struggling.
Honestly,
It beat out my studio in price and performance within 2 years.
Dang,
And I
dude.
did I get the binned one? I guess I did get the binned one. So it's not a big surprise.
but even
But-
if you did lowest model for lowest model, does it still beat it out or no?
Does in terms of performance,
Sure.
I think
Probably
I'd have to
not.
look at that
The
again. Greg, what do you
the
think?
regular M4.
What did
is
Greg
probably
say?
slower.
Greg answers for me.
But I bet
Greg
it's
is my brain.
close.
So then the last question is there it is.
Yeah,
last
that's the
question
pro-
is
pro
what
chip.
is the best Apple product for 2024?
How's that different from best hardware?
Mhm.
Because the product could be anything. Doesn't have to be hardware.
Oh, okay. What? Well, given this year's software was a complete miss.
Well,
I will confess, even though I've been defending Vision Pro, the Vision Pro product itself is not very good. Like, it's not worth it, and no one should buy it. But just for the fact that this year was the first year in a long time that Apple actually released a new category that
Yeah.
wasn't something basic like AirTags or.
I was about to say, hey, don't diss on AirTags.
Well, it's like you can sure they've done accessories over their career, like AirPods. It's like, oh yeah, wireless headphones, got it. It's just Apple was already making headphones, now they make wireless headphones. This was like a completely different
Infrastructure.
category. It was
Yeah.
totally different from every other product they'd ever released.
Yeah.
And what I remember vividly about the start of this year, and I think my comments aged well. I was like, the most interesting thing of 2024 happened within the first 2 months, and it's just going to be us trying to be excited about smaller updates for the rest of the year. Is that me and Mike hung out earlier this year he had the Quest 3, and we got to play around with that. And I brought the Vision Pro so we could both try them on. And during that whole visit over the weekend, we stayed down there. I don't think we talked about EVs a single time.
Wow.
It was a solid like 2.5 days of just speculating, on what the future of spatial computing can be. And I know that my dad in particular was way more interested in my channel and that product. When it came out, he was like, I want to try it on. Are you going to have it when I come down to visit? And we talked about it on camera, off camera.
Yep.
And it was like,
Yeah.
it put Apple's name back into the I'm excited for the future conversation a lot which hasn't happened in a long, long time. It's like, Dad, are you excited for the new 3-nanometer chip process that's coming next year?
The what?
No. No one wants to talk about chips. No one cares about cameras. No one cares about bezels. But this thing got a lot of people talking about Apple. And I hope that in the future they continue to take risks on maybe products that aren't worth it, maybe products that most people shouldn't buy, but at least keep the conversation on exciting developments for the future. And that's why, even though I didn't keep it, even though I wouldn't recommend people buy it, I would argue that good job jumping around with the B-roll, Mike. This is great. You
Trying my
all the
hardest here.
tabs. You're like, let me find this one. That was the most fun unboxing video I have done in years. I mean, I'm trying to think of maybe my most fun unboxing video ever. I'm trying to think of another video that I was that excited to unbox and try an Apple product.
Dude. Yeah.
It was
yeah.
so different from all those years prior where it was just like, oh yeah, I see what it looks like online. Now I'm holding it. Oh, it's a little lighter than I thought. Or, oh, the display is a little brighter than I thought.
Because this is a product you have to actually interact with for you to understand it. No video, even what you're doing right there. And I think you talk about it here too. Like nothing you're showing gives me an understanding of what I will experience. Right.
Right.
I was trying to talk out loud when I got, because I vividly remember in Ohio having it pick up at the Ohio location, and I came home, I put it on, and everyone was asking me all these questions, and I'm like, because it's like right, and I'm like, I realized that like it's like trying to describe color to a blind person. I just couldn't. It was weird. Mike, what are you doing?
Nothing.
All right.
It almost works.
So, so are you saying
so wide?
The best Apple product of 2024 is the Apple Vision Pro for you, Drew?
Even though it's not like a product I'd recommend. I remember at the end of the review video saying no one should really buy this and keep it. But I think I remember saying everyone, when you have some spare time, should go to an Apple store and try
experience it. Yeah.
Like most of the polls, if you run polls now, will probably say, is Vision Pro worth $3,500? No, I will agree. It's not worth $3,500. You shouldn't buy it. You shouldn't keep it for $3,500. But after doing the demo and after playing around with it, I did feel like there will probably be a future iteration of this product that will be worth it. And it needs a little more time to cook. It's not done baking yet, but I think it was a very exciting first step. And it was the first time in a while that I was like passionately excited to talk about an Apple product instead of just, okay, this one's a little thinner, or this one's a little faster. So
better battery. Yeah.
The form factor is a tad different, which I like a lot more.
Right. As far as the iterations go with today's Apple products, what gets me the most excited is actually the most affordable ones. Because I'm like, all this crap is the same anyway. So just give me the cheapest one possible that's capable. And that's what the Mac Mini was. It was like, yeah, I could buy one and review one, but honestly, the review is going to be pretty simple. It's going to be like, yeah, it's a Mac. It works. It functions. It does everything it's supposed to do, but now it costs less and it takes up less space. That's
Do
cool.
you
That's
see an honest scenario in your workflow, Drew, that you will replace your MacBook for a Mac Mini? I'm not saying today. I'm just saying, do you actually see that happening? Or do you still, on like jokes aside about the vacation thing, do you see yourself needing to take work on the go sometimes?
No, especially this past week, I have edited more videos on the go than stationary. So
Yeah.
I unfortunately really do need a mobile workstation, which I'm trying, man. I'm trying to find an excuse. I'm really looking for what could I possibly think of that will justify me buying a Mac Mini, because I really want one, because I really love
I
the
want
design.
one. And I already
Yes.
have the thing that's technically more expensive and better, but it's not in terms of chips.
Why do you think it is? It can't just be the design, right? Like, there's something that feels like actually like a worthy upgrade for the first time since the M1 series of chips.
I think it's just the design and capability coupled together is what sells.
Is it the ports too? Like all the USB-C?
The ports are cool. I do like that.
USB-C on the front with a. So here's something that I actually really envy it with, is that there's an aux port on the front. My aux port's on the back, right next to the power button.
Right now.
And the aux port on the back next to the power button does not bode well when I unplug these headphones and use them on my PlayStation controller, so that way I don't wake people up in the morning on the weekends. It would be nice when I go to replug this back in like I did before this podcast to not accidentally hit the power off button.
Oh, trust me, you'll never accidentally hit the power button on the Mac Mini.
No, because it's underneath, and which is great because, I mean, yeah, oh no, I have to put.
No, that's overhyped too.
There's only one button. There's only one button underneath it.
There's only one button, period.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Someone 3D printed a mount. Did you see that?
Yes.
Where
and I also saw Greg put his Mac Mini upside down.
Right, you could just flip it over. It works. It still functions.
Definitely.
It might actually.
It
might get better thermals upside down.
I say that. I was like, that's funny.
Maybe
the power button is the MKBHD of the Mac Mini. It's like it's overrated.
Oh my god!
What do you mean by that? It's on the bottom. It's black. What? Like no, it's blown out of the water. And I was like, it's not that big of a deal. The placement, if anything, it keeps you from accidentally clicking buttons, like Mike was
accidentally hitting that button to turn it off, like I do on the studio.
That's crazy.
And you think it's not a problem, but it is. Me being an owner of the studio, it is a problem.
So you like the placement of where the power button's at?
I love it because you're separating it from everything else, and even so, you've got the aux port on the front, so you're not accidentally.
So, Mike, sell the Mac Studio.
No, because I own it, and it's got a whole bunch of storage on it. I don't want to have to go through the whole.
True.
I already did this game already, Randy. I had the iMac, and I'm like, oh, the studio's great. I'm gonna get rid of the iMac. Mom's gonna.
Now I'm understanding all this projection you've been putting onto me because you were frustrated with your own transitions.
No, because you were already voicing this before, and I'm holding up to your own words.
Yeah, Mike, how come you never hold Drew to the same standard when he's like, I really don't want to. I don't want to do this anymore, and then he.
What do you mean?
iPhone 15 Pro went to iPhone 16 Pro. And what do you mean? What do I mean? Why am I the only one held to this godly standard for things?
We already shamed him on his sponsorship. We already did that.
We did. That was actually another highlight of Series 8 is rubbing his nose in
selling out.
Selling out. Yeah.
And look at him now.
Look at
that'll be my final award for the year. Who do you think the best channel sponsor was for 2024?
I don't even know how to pronounce it.
Can I be a sponsor one episode and then say it's me?
The best channel sponsor for me is the one that gave me that charge brick over there. Yeah, I like that one. Yeah, that's.
And then he disappears.
And then mine. Well, Mike.
If I called it, I mean I more have manifested it.
You manifested it. I think this
Taurus is how you pronounce it.
Okay, thank you.
What are you? Oh, the sponsor. I'm like,
yeah, of course you would remember that.
Why are we talking about astrology?
You Phil Schiller.
I did use the battery packs multiple times. That's the funny thing. On my whole trip, I never used my charge brick.
And that's why you forgot it.
No, it stayed in the backpack.
Same thing with the AirPods. He didn't use it during the whole trip.
He keeps losing, Mike. He keeps losing things that he clearly doesn't need. Otherwise, he wouldn't lose them.
Should just get rid of them.
He should.
I
And
just
he's
used the battery banks on the back when I
he's
needed to charge
donating
my phone.
everything. It's so
Donate.
philanthropic. I'm having a stroke. Phyllis.
That's one way to end the series.
Let's get a picture of Randy. Remember when he went to California in and out and then went to the hospital? We'll get a picture of that, and it'll be like finale.
Oh, I'm already on it. I clicked on it. I'm like, I shouldn't. Should I? I shouldn't.
Randy's last episode.
There it is.
I'm having a stroke. Jeez.
He looks dead.
Dude, I was in so much pain. Look at that.
When is this again?
Rest in peace? Question mark.
Wow,
12th.
you'll have the
It's been
most clicks.
13 months, Randy, since you uploaded this video.
It's going to be our biggest video ever. We'll have to take down the Marquez podcast due to controversy. We can't let him damage our brand. We fought too hard to protect it. We just have had no controversial takes on this channel
Ever.
Yeah.
Only to find out how many times I've been censored, and now people come over to Randy Nexus and they're like, "Oh my god, rate it TV MA," and I'm like, "This is what happens when Drew's not in control of the editing." Yeah, there it
Says
is.
the old man.
God,
You look in better shape than Jimmy Carter.
that guy is still alive.
He made it to the end of 2024.
I'm not sure he has. I saw the pictures. I don't know if I would consider that alive.
Yeah, just Stephen Hawking's over here. Just
He's about alive as the lightning port.
he's about as.
I use it all the time. I don't use Jimmy Carter all the time, but I use the lightning port.
There's a real
Jimmy
chance.
Carter?
There's a real chance next time we come back, he will have passed on. So, I mean, I doubt it. I think he's actually going to outlive, my son. But you never know.
My son.
Like,
We
Oh.
did not highlight that.
what?
He turned 100.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
He
about.
turned 100 on October 1st.
God, he doesn't look like that.
No, he
No,
looks
he
like
doesn't.
this.
No, that's
No,
when he looked. No,
That's him at 83. Go to images.
I'm not going to go to images for Jimmy Carter.
Go to images.
Not what I'm sharing
Just do it.
screen.
Oh, I promise you'll find it.
Do it on a separate screen. Yeah. No, that's the same photo. Hold on. Let me grab it.
He's more alive than air power.
More alive than the
no,
Mag
no, that one.
That's not
you
a
can see it.
recent photo.
Yeah, he's cognitive there. There's one where he doesn't have the muscle to keep his mouth closed at all. Here he's smiling.
Why are we... Let's go back to talking about old Randy.
No, let's talk about you, Mike.
Okay.
Yeah, let's talk about you, buddy.
Sure. What do you want to talk about?
What do you want to talk about?
I'm happy that we made it to the end
Of what?
2024.
Of our lives.
No. And that we actually had some exciting things to talk about this year.
What was your favorite event, Mike? Not event of show, but like of our. What was your highlight of the podcast?
Or the highlight of the podcast.
Yeah.
The interesting arc that I went on thinking about getting the not the nothing phone, the light phone. That was an interesting time.
Boy, that was a nothing burger, huh?
I don't think it's out yet still, but even so,
The third one isn't out, but the second one.
Light Phone 2 is out yet, not Light Phone 3, which is supposed to be a little bit more like.
No, I find you
In
more
this market.
interesting about the whole, like, you actually cold turkey, you ripped the Band-Aid off and dumped Twitter, and I see you you're very scarcely on Instagram. I see you there. So, like,
I've posted maybe once or twice on Instagram. Since
I'm not
I
just
jumped
posting,
off
just you'll send me things or engage with my story, whatever, and how frequently you show up in my own curation of like, oh, what are, like, you're just, I don't know if you're happy or not, but you're definitely like a degree of separation removed from social media, and I hope that's doing you good. I don't know what your mannerisms are on Discord, but I know Twitter was an issue for you, but and Reddit, but I
Yeah,
found that
Reddit's
more.
gone as well.
Yeah, I find that more interesting on your whole little development for Series 8 that you actually like ripped the Band-Aid off. I was like, dang, kind of motivating.
I'm glad you brought up Instagram because it's tied with Threads, and I know how Randy feels about Threads. So I'm excited to announce for the finale.
What are you queuing up here?
I joined Blue Sky.
Whoa!
Wow.
Like not Tello, but
no, it's
Taylosive.
Tello. No, of course not Taylosive. Are you kidding? I wouldn't touch that with a 10-foot pole. But Tello is on.
You're a mean one, Mr. Drew.
I don't like it.
You don't like Blue Sky, even though it's got 700,000 new users now?
No, it has 14 million or 9 million, something like that. Something happened this week that made it like.
I wonder what happened this week.
Why does every username need to have be followed by .bluesky.social? Every single account. That's so annoying.
I think future iterations might make that go away. Maybe it's thing
for around for years.
What's the online?
I don't have a Blue Sky account.
What's the online? What's the online universe thing that we were talking about? Is it no?
It's not on the Fediverse. That's
Fediverse.
what I was confused by.
That's what you're talking about.
It was like all these accounts randomly today were like join Blue Sky, and I was like, okay, but why? Why don't? Apparently, Blue Sky has a different protocol than the Fediverse, which makes me lose hope in the Fediverse. But
Blue Sky, is that the one that Jack Dorsey created? Is that his?
Yeah, yes. But I think he's since publicly denounced it. He said like he thinks that it's failed or that Twitter is the better option, and the creators of Blue Sky are still like, we're still here. It's #1 in social on the App Store today.
I'm gonna take a look right now. What I'm curious about is
because Twitter's changing their policies. Did you see that?
I didn't.
On the 15th.
What happened?
Blue Sky adds 1 million new users after the election. There we go.
What policies are being changed?
Twitter said that all pictures you post are going to be used for grok training.
Oh, good God.
And, there was something else. Oh, Don Lemon was claiming that the new fine print says that any legal issues that come from you posting stuff on Twitter have to be settled in a court that is held in Texas. So they're like trying to have a more conservative judge.
There's a mafia fruit that is talking about this.
Does that help your case or help whose case? I'm so confused.
It doesn't help or hurt me because I'm not political, but if you're a political figure, he's arguing that it gives Twitter a very conservative bias, as if it didn't have one already.
Yeah, just now?
What are you saying, Mike?
Never mind.
Lemon?
No one got my joke except for that one person who was listening and
a
little bit.
You just made me think I mispronounced his name, which is entirely possible.
No, it's John Lemon.
John Lennon or Don Lemon?
It's not Lennon.
It's Lemon, right?
Ooh.
That's why I said gangster, or was it mafia fruit? Anyways.
Don Limon.
So they're changing some things at Twitter, and I guess maybe that's motivating people to jump. But I don't know why they're jumping to Blue Sky. I would rather them jump to Threads.
#2 is Threads. So this is the overall free apps. Oh, come on. Focus. There you go. Those are your overall best free apps.
Could you never mind. It's too late.
Blue Sky.
I'm an old man. I can't see.
I'm reading it. Listen, Blue Sky, Threads, Chat GPT. I still never downloaded Chat GPT.
Oh, I have it. I rarely use it.
I'm not going to do it because if it's going to be baked into the system level, I don't. Do you have it? Wait, Get? Is it Get?
Can you zoom in?
Yeah, it's Get. He's never downloaded it either.
Portrait mode is like, no, you cannot read this. Why is Temu on there? Stop downloading Temu.
What's Temu? What is that? Shop like a billionaire.
Something that my in-laws love shopping on.
Is it good?
The tagline should be.
They have a whole bunch of stuff. I don't know if they wanted it, but they have a whole bunch of stuff.
It should be called "Shop in a Sweatshop."
McDonald's is right below TikTok. That alarms me.
No, it doesn't. It's perfect. Hey, you're looking at TikToks while
And
grabbing a
of
Big
course,
Mac.
Coinbase is
Mac?
climbing now that Bitcoin is there.
I
Wow.
sold my Bitcoin.
Good for you.
Unintentionally.
Should have waited until everything ballooned.
Where's Twitter? Oh, there's Twitter. I was
it
like,
is
where's Twitter?
ballooned.
29.
Everything
It's ranked number
ballooned.
29.
We're
Every
in a
single
bubble.
thing ballooned.
You know what's
We are.
shady that Twitter does, and I still use Twitter.
Everything.
By the way.
Dude, tell me the thing you're about to crap on that you use.
Elon keeps boasting that Twitter is the #1 news app because they don't rank it in the social as a social app.
Right.
They compare it to like the New York Times and the Wall Street Journal, which are obviously like way less downloaded because
Those are
aren't
publications.
those aren't social media apps.
Yeah.
But they just label it as a news app so that it's always #1. If they labeled it as a social media app, it'd be like 30.
Number 29 or something. I said, at least on here it's 29. Twitter, I will say this. I have a very strong suspicion by the time we come back for Series 9, I will be off of Twitter indefinitely.
Heck yeah. Join the party.
Honestly, bro, I'll be honest with you. I'm just tying up loose ends with like sending out the hard copy CDs that I made and stuff like that. And then once that's done, my personal account, it has no relevance on Twitter anymore.
Are you going to save all your data from it, or are you just going to let it all go in the wind like me?
What's there to say? Like, I don't.
Old tweets that you can reminisce on after combing through all the tweets that it saved?
What? There's nothing worth saving there that didn't follow me off of that platform. There's no photos that are proprietary onto Twitter that I don't have in like my camera roll or off on a hard drive. There's no communications with people that are worth a damn that are just proprietary to Twitter. I've made sure I've made contact.
Is Greg on Blue Sky?
I don't know. I don't know.
Where is Greg? We must find him.
Preserve that
Greg's
man.
gadgets. Never been canceled.
Yeah, never caught doing 93 and a 35. Be like Greg.
He's not on Blue Sky.
This episode's really about Greg. He's gonna be at 500,000 subs but maybe by the time we get back. Okay, maybe not that, but I mean he's climbing. You're right. Like seeing how much. I remember when he had like 8,000 subs or something, like if that.
Oh yeah,
he's done good. Shout out to everybody who's still doing the grind, like people like Greg or.
Why is that in his video? Why is there a screenshot of his sub count?
I don't know. I think he's just showing, hey, you guys are supporting me really well. I'm trying to get a good candid shot. There we go. He looks slightly crazy, but I think he's really excited in that image.
No, that's just his resting face.
I would look similar if I was holding a Mac Mini.
He has a great shirt. I like the classic PlayStation shirt. Anyways, well, congrats, Randy. I'm very excited to see you potentially leave Twitter. Yeah. Except you'll be on Threads anyways, so you didn't actually disconnect. You kind of you cut out the bad route, the bad branch.
He plugged into a different port.
Hey,
yeah, and this port might not.
One that doesn't tell me to off myself or anything like that. That's great. Place where people I actually know are there, and they just like it's old school Twitter. They just be like, like I'm thinking about shopping, but I don't want to spend any more money before the next pay period. I'm like, all right, whatever. That was weird. Those are people I know. Like you would have done good on Twitter back in 2009, but again, it's about the algorithm as a whole. YouTube, I curated my YouTube algorithm to be things that I will always be interested in watching. I did it on Threads, and I did it on to a certain degree with Instagram, but Instagram is very it's the newer version of Facebook. Like it's people I want to see anyway. So honestly, I'm impressed for this year. I've changed my mind on Meta as a whole because I think they're one of those too big to fail companies. Unfortunately, I've been the biggest
best
critic of
glow
them.
up of the year.
I
have to give I have to agree with Meta. A year ago we were like, ew, big, gross, ugly, faceless corporation. Zuckerberg is a lizard, and now it's like Elon's weird, but Zuck is kind of cool.
Isn't that weird how that flipped?
It's totally been flipped. Now Zuck has become the cool guy, and Meta's actually got some hardware advantages on Apple. And Apple kind of validated all of Meta's business by entering the spatial computing space. So Meta's a force to be reckoned with, I guess. And we're calling it Meta. I'm not calling it X, but
that's true too.
Was the Meta rebrand this year, or was
no? That
Oh,
was I think 2022.
Yeah.
Oh God, sorry, I just dated myself.
It's okay.
Congratulations.
We're all getting older, Drew.
Who made the Facebook? Who was that?
Let's put that in perspective real quick, Drew. We've been doing this for 8 years.
Oh.
Just this podcast.
How long
If
have
this
I been on this
podcast
thing?
was a president, it just finished its second term.
If this podcast was in office, there's no re-election. We're done.
Mm-hmm.
You've been here since 21, Mike. So 3
Have
years.
I?
Yep, 3 years.
No. Okay. I guess I'm.
No, it was. I want to
I'm
say it was
exceeding my
2020.
presidential term. In
No, because he
next
came
year.
on when I was moving cross country. I never had him on show when I was in San Diego, and I left in April or May, depending.
We did
2021.
Nor did not in this podcast, but on the EV one. You were still
Maybe
at
that's
your
what
old place.
I met Mike in early 2020. I remember that.
Yes, that's correct.
Because the Model Y had just come out, but
Yes.
I just remember because you guys had masks. That's 2020.
that's how I remember too. Everyone's like, "Hi, nice to meet you."
Oh well,
I didn't see
bigger in
Mike's
person.
mouth, and I didn't see Mike's mouth until 2021.
So intimate.
Wow.
I didn't see your teeth until a year later. Like
I knew his
Wow.
eyes.
Make it
were-
weird like that.
That's funny. Give me one quick second here. Hang on.
I knew Randy. I met Randy in 2018, I think.
So, what?
What? You said hold on a second, and then you left, and then you came back, and
I
then
don't worry about it.
Drew said a thing, and then you came.
I came back and I saw you guys just staring. It was weird. Another highlight. We had an old friend join in for one episode. How cool is that?
And destroyed some AirPods along the
And
way.
I
Was
wasn't even there
Marquez
for it.
on this year?
Like I said, friends.
Oh no!
Sorry, we couldn't get Nick back for the finale. Everybody,
Nah.
he
He's
may have
always
been
been here.
free. We'll have no idea.
He might have. He's probably gonna text us after. He's like, guys, what the hell?
Be like, Nick, were you free yesterday? Yeah. Shoot. That's
Dang
a
it.
shame.
Why? No, nothing.
No reason.
That's funny. I will say this. Don't ask me, people or Drew or Mike or anybody.
Okay.
We're not doing no new music for season 9. We're keeping it for a little bit longer. We're gonna let that one sit and marinate. So then when we do new music, you'll be like, I like the last one more. And you guys can yell at me.
We're gonna delay
We
it so
should
that way
just-
you guys can get angry at us later.
We'll just use the old music. They'll be like, oh, this is better.
I like this. Yeah, checkmate.
We'll just re-upload the old episodes. Make it really easy.
Woo.
There's a lot of
Then we-
clips in here that I'm having to sort through. Just upload those.
Yeah.
Why is there
All
a
right.
clip on HomePod Mini?
Speaking of music, my last thing here for closing. My only chance to do this.
It's a
I have a
2-hour
phys-
outro.
I have a-
Whoa!
Physical.
Is that mine?
No, yours is. We'll talk later. I got yours.
He threw it in the trash, guys.
So-
You heard it here.
I actually have a physical copy of my debut album, Tales of a Relic, and
Wow.
it comes in the form of a literal relic, both
Whoa.
cover art and
That's cool.
Why aren't
and
you in
the-
center stage right here?
Huh?
Drew, make him bigger.
Oh yeah, make me bigger. Sure. So, the album art is hands holding this mysterious artifact, which
How
I
did you
call a
make
relic.
that photo? Is it AI?
I'm not going to tell you on air,
It's
but
AI.
I wanted
Wasn't AI.
I wanted to break the fourth wall and make the relic tangible and literal, while also being metaphorical. So
Whoa, he's doing
you-
it. He's doing the real thing.
I'm doing the thing. Can you AI this, Drew?
Yes.
So anyway,
I'll get
Take
Grok.
screenshot. Then that's
if you guys want to buy one of my physical CTs, my relic, I still have a few left that can be signed and all that. So you know where to find me. We don't have to link in the description. You know where to find me. But this is my debut album, and that's the highlight of 2024 for me. And I was juggling all the tech stuff with this in my channel, and then getting the album done, and it was all building up to this moment where I can make this literal. So that's cool. And if you know what did you just show? What was that?
I asked Grok to generate an image of a glass ball in someone's hands.
Show me. Way better. Way better.
I don't think they have the right number of fingers though.
Whoa. Whoa.
There's one finger kind of in the middle. You can't really tell which hand it goes to.
A glass ball. So
One hand
there you
has 6 fingers. Yours is cool.
It's got 11 songs on it.
go. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's it. Just wanted one last plug.
You could buy it right here.
Oh, there it is.
Hey.
Once
Bandcamp.
there, I already put the quantity of the physical copies, so that link will disappear, to my understanding, once all the CDs have been purchased. So as long as you still see the buy compact disc thing there, then you get that. If I guess since you're on the note there, if you actually buy the CD, you'll also get an MP3 or a wave or whatever format you want of the CD of the album.
Still
And
waiting on mine.
You have to download it.
Still waiting on it.
Download it anyway, and it comes with bonus music that didn't make it to the final album, so you get more content than just these 11 songs or 10 songs or how many are on here.
You get a 2-hour Trump monologue.
Yeah, the hidden song is just big. I'm the relic, and quite frankly, you bought it. You bought it again. 2 turns, baby. The best. Quite frankly, the best. And we will do a full episode in Trump next year when he's inaugurated. I guarantee it.
I will be absent for that episode.
Nope, I'm purposely gonna. Mike almost didn't make today until Drew's like, we got to do it today. So I'm like, all right, fine. So we were working for a different schedule. If Mike didn't make it, I was not gonna do any Trump. I was like, I'm only doing it when Mike's
Yeah,
around.
right.
I need my VP around, baby. I need him around. Quite frankly, ladies and gentlemen, this is the best podcast you will ever listen to, where you just have so much fun and a lot of controversy, but sometimes not so much controversy. And yes, we got my VP over here. We got some random ginger over here. I don't discriminate. It's fine. We're going to deport him too. I don't care. But we got.
All right. This was a fun year, guys.
I had a lot of fun. Oh, and you guys came in person. That was awesome. I could have worded that better.
And we visited your house. See y'all next year. Bye.
Bye, guys. I'm so glad we're done.